Welcome to Picture Healer channel. Our I Ching book is finally here. It's called Divine Divination with I Ching. If you're interested in learning I Ching or using I Ching as a fortune telling tool, this is a good reference book. The first part talks about the basic theory, different systems, variations of the hexagrams, and different ways to cast your hexagram. The second part shows 64 I Ching hexagrams and their meanings. Each I Ching hexagram consists of 2 baguas, the top and the bottom. So there are 6 lines, and each hexagram usually have multiple meanings. For example, the first hexagram is Qian or heaven, and it can mean creative or the yang energy. And the second hexagram is Kun. It's the earth, receptive, and yin energy. For each hexagram, I have a general explanation first, and there is a section for stories and lessons, and we have the explanation of the 6 lines, or the 6 yao. That's like a progression, or the 6 stages within the hexagram. When you do the divination, if you have a changing line, you can look at the specific line to find more detailed information, and it's usually related to the outcome. In I Ching, there's usually a story within the 6 yao progression. For example, in the Qian Gua, it's a story about dragon. The first yao, the dragon hides in the river, and then it's visible in the field for the second line. And to keep going, the 5th line, the dragon is fly high in the sky. It's the peak of the luck. And move on to the 6th line or the top line. The luck can start to decrease because it already reached the peak. So the I Ching's advice is to remain humble at this stage to prevent misfortune. And the next section is about divination. There is an overall luck, and then I have the 17 categories, including weather, house and family, self, marriage, love, business, career, promotion, job seeking, exam, requesting a favor, lawsuit, conflict, lost item, searching for people, travel, waiting for people, trading, disease, hope, and wealth. So that makes it very easy for beginners. When you find a hexagram, and you can just look at the divination part, find the related category, and you can see if it's positive or negative. You can use this information as a guide, but it is still simplified. Everyone's situation is different, but this can be a good starting point. And we also have reference charts showing the combination of upper and lower gua, so you can find your hexagram easily in different ways. Today I want to talk about the pairing of the I Ching 64 hexagrams. This is like a summary of the energy for each hexagram. And today is part 1. I want to show the first half of the 64 hexagrams. Here is a chart in a typical I Ching order. It starts from number 1, heaven, to number 2, earth, and then number 3, uncertain beginning, and then we can turn the hexagram upside down. It becomes number 4, inexperienced beginner. And then go back to number 5, waiting, and turn it upside down. It becomes number 6, argument. So every hexagram has a pair. So the 1 and 2 are a pair. And then here is 27, 28. The yin and yang lines are also the complete opposite. So they are a pair. And the 29 and 30 hexagrams are a pair. In the book of I Ching, there are basically 2 parts. The first part is from number 1 to number 30. This part is usually related to the beginning of the universe. The second part is more related to human matters and the relationships. So today we'll look through the first 30 hexagrams and their basic meanings. So this is like a summary, And it's also like a story because it is in a very specific order. So the beginning of the universe, there's heaven and earth. Heaven is a yang energy and the creative energy. The number 2, earth, is yin energy and the receptive energy. And the interaction of the yin and yang, the heaven and earth, creates everything. So it goes to number 3, is the uncertain beginning, or we can call it chaos. Everything is not clear, but it has a lot of potential because it's still a very early stage. So the energy is uncertain, unclear, but full of potential. And the number 4 is the upside down of the number 3. It's called inexperienced beginner. It's just like a little kid coming to this world. You are starting to learn. Everything is new and you can make a lot of mistakes. This is a very immature stage, and it's best to have a good attitude, keep an open mind, and keep learning during this time. And number 5 is waiting, or the necessity. After the inexperienced stage, everything is still new. We have to focus on setting up the basics and wait patiently. It takes time to build up and mature. So this is the time to build up your foundation and wait patiently. And number 6 is argument. That's the upside down of the number 5. After you build up the basics, there's an increased chance of argument, accusation, and conflict. Maybe things are not going the way you like, and you're not happy with what you see, so the conflict can start. The next one is number 7, army. After the conflict, there is actual fighting. In this hexagram, it's about leadership, how a good leader can help you win the fight. And if the leader is not experienced or is not respected, it can lead to losing the war. And after number 7 is alliance. That's the upside down of the number 7. So 7 and 8 are a pair. In the fighting or war, we usually find out who is our enemy and who is our friend. So that's the alliance. If we connect with friends, share the same goals, we have stronger power to win. After connecting with friends and winning the war, we have a small accumulation, small success, or small achievement. So that's a lucky time you can enjoy. And after that is number 10, step in carefully. That's the upside down of the number 9, small accumulation. After small accumulation, you have to watch carefully about your behaviors. There's a chance of offending people or stepping on the tail of the tiger. If you are careful and adjust according to the changes of environment, you will be fine. Otherwise, there can be danger. After being careful about your actions, it leads to prosperity. Number 11. As the name suggests, this is a time of peace, abundance, and success. And pairing with prosperity is number 12, hindrance. After the prosperity going to extreme, it becomes problems and obstacles. That's number 12, hindrance. And after that, it's number 13, fellowship. This is similar to number 8, alliance. In difficult times, it's a good idea to connect with other people to enhance your power. You can network with others and become stronger. And next is number 14, great harvest. That's the upside down of number 13. After connecting with other people, you build up your power and you can enjoy great harvest, including different areas, careers, finance, and so on. And next one is humbling. When you have great harvest, it's important to stay humble. This is a very lucky hexagram. In this hexagram, all 6 lines are very auspicious. There's no negative about this one. So it's important to stay humble at this time when you are in a higher position and enjoying great harvest. And the pairing of the 15 is number 16, happy anticipation. It's time to plan for the future. If you prepare carefully, you can enjoy good outcome later. It talks about the importance of being ready and planning the future. Next one is number 17, following. This can also mean to go with the flow. After you prepared and planned everything, you can just follow your plans. Or this can mean the importance of following the right leader and following the cycle of nature. Be more flexible and just follow along. And the upside down of 17 is number 18, decaying. After a longer period of peace and prosperity, there can be problems. In I Ching, the decaying is the image of worms or spoiled food. The decaying can also mean the negative people in power. So the things are going down. The foundation is starting to fall apart. So this is becoming dangerous. But if you can fix the problems in time, it's still lucky. After decaying is number 19, approach. This means approaching or visiting from higher position people. It can be managing, supervising, or giving help to take care of the people below. This is generally a lucky hexagram. When the powerful people pay attention to lower positioned people, and you might receive help from powerful people during this time. And the opposite from that is number 20, observation. In this hexagram, it's the opposite. The lower positioned people observe the higher position, maybe see them as a role model, and learn from them. So the 19 and 20 are a pair. The next one is 21, grinding through, or chewing or eradicating. This one is talking about justice, law enforcement, or punishment. When there is a problem, it needs to be addressed. And the process might be uncomfortable. You have to grind through. But for the justice, it's a right thing to do. To get rid of the problems, maybe negative people or wrong behaviors. So this is a period of correction. And the upside down of this hexagram is number 22, decoration or embellishment. This one focuses on the shining appearance. It's the opposite of grinding through. At this time, the focus is on the outer beauty, embellishment, and the luxury shining appearance. It's important to have a proper, beautiful appearance, but there's still a balance of not over-embellish and too much focusing on the appearance. So next one is 23, flaking off. After all the shiny appearance, the shine start to flake off and peeling off. And it's a warning sign something is not right. Maybe the foundation is not stable. And if there's any problem, it's time to address it and correct it, or there will be danger coming. And the pair of 23 is 24, returning or repeating. After the flaking off, the cycle continues. Things will repeat or renew again. So this is a new beginning. And it's important to learn from the past so we don't repeat the same mistakes. The number 25 is no falsehood or no daydreaming. After you start in a new beginning, it's important to be practical and not focusing too much on the big dreams. If you are distracted by unrealistic dreams, it can become problems. But if you focus on your daily responsibilities, it will become lucky. And this will lead to number 26, great accumulation. 25 and 26 are a pair. Being practical and working hard on your daily job will lead to great accumulation. That's a very auspicious hexagram. It can mean career success, financial success, and accumulation of your skills or fame. After that is number 27, nourishment. This hexagram is about eating, nourishing by eating food. So you have to be careful about what you eat and what you speak. The words you say and the food you eat can make a big difference. It's also about nourishing your talent, nourishing your relationship, and just keep putting effort. The next one is number 28, great exceeding. The 27, 28, 29, and 30, they don't have the reversed hexagram. But the 27 and 28 are a pair. 29 and 30 are one pair. You can see the yin and yang line, they are exactly opposite. So if you keep eating and nourishing maybe too much luxury food, it can cause great exceeding. You can exceed the limit and that can become a problem. Everything has a limit or standard. If you are over the limit, it can become overbearing or become a big mistake. So that's also a warning sign. It's better to check if anything you do is over the limit during this time. Next is number 29, the water. It's the water on the top and the water on the bottom. After you greatly over the limit, it can become dangerous. The water means hidden danger or a trap. So be extra careful if you have this hexagram. And the pairing of 29 is number 30. When the water goes extreme, it becomes the fire. That's the opposite of water. It becomes bright, warm, and it's the upward energy. The water is a sinking down energy and it's colder. So that's the first 30 hexagrams in summary. You can see it's not that difficult to understand. When you do your I Ching divination and pick out one hexagram, you can refer to the basic meaning, and that's the focus of your current situation. And you can see the situation from a bigger perspective. Everything has a reason, maybe a history that lead to this point, and depends on your choice, your attitude, that can also change your future outcome. In the next video, I will talk about the second part of the I Ching hexagrams. And I have the link of the I Ching book in the description and in the comment section. Thank you so much for your support and see you in the next video.